Hello Gemini, welcome to your reading. This is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Please make sure you check all your placements to get a clear picture of what's going on for you at this time. As always, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate for all of you. Please take the bits that do resonate and leave the rest behind for somebody else. This reading is true for the last 10 days of April, which is from the 20th to the 30th. And just a little side note, if you have a minute, I would love for you to click on the community tab on the channel and just cast a vote. I put up a poll as to how I should conduct my readings and what pattern I should follow, because I feel like if I'm putting too much information in my readings, it just muddles them. So this is going to really help me read for you better. All right. So Gemini, let's start off with the wisdom of the oracle for you. Oh, nice. This is a very Gemini card. Truth be told. I like it. I'll talk about it real quick. I just want to get you a star code oracle first. There's construction happening next door. And if I wait for this house to finish building, we'll be here all day. I may just close the channel now. It's incredibly loud, but there's nothing I can do. Oh, wow. We don't get this often. We have Saturn. All right. Let's talk about your wisdom of the oracle first. Truth be told talks about, of course, authenticity. It also talks about wisdom because it's represented by the owl here. The imagery is very interesting. It talks about functioning from a place of the heart, because your heart is never going to lie. Your mind can bend and manipulate things and be biased. Your heart will always be authentic. And you see the hearts floating around. That's the only reason I mentioned it. We do have a mask. It's possible that some of you may be masking your feelings. You may be hiding your truth from the people you're in relationships with. And I don't just mean romantic partnerships. These could be relationships of any kind. We had a Libra full moon on the 16th, which spoke about this balance and this authenticity and bringing about a sense of truth in your partnerships. So I feel like now is the right time for you to speak your truth to whoever it is that you're dealing with. We have Saturn, which is interesting. Saturn is the ruler of Capricorn and to an extent Aquarius as well. But Saturn is the grandfather of our solar system, the very strict grandfather who focuses on discipline. It focuses on structure. It is the opposite of Uranus, which is the rebellious grandchild. You know, that innovative spirit, the creative spirit that Uranus comes with. Saturn is the complete opposite. Think of a stuffy dowager in a position of authority, in a position of power, not wanting to bend the rules, not wanting to change their view of life and following tradition, putting everybody in a box. I feel that some of you may be wanting to express how you feel, but you're almost stopping yourself because you feel like it's not traditional. Does that make sense? It may be too much of a risk for you to speak out, and Saturn is almost preventing you from moving forward correctly. I feel like even when it comes to the work front, some of you may be in that position of, I want to explore, I want to be authentic to myself, I want to innovate, I want to create. But what will society think? That's the feeling I'm getting. Let's see. Let's get you 3 cards for your general energy. Oh. The Queen of Cups, working from a place of the heart. Can't make this up. Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles can talk about society. Not necessarily just your friend circle or your co-workers or your immediate group. It can talk about collaborations, yes, but it can also talk about people, other people around you. Almost having to put on a mask because you feel like you won't be received correctly the way you want to be. Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is that curious grandchild. that I spoke about earlier, the opposite of Saturn, Uranian energy. Wanting to break free from something. Let's see, let's get a couple of bridging cards. The Seven of Cups. You remember I said the mind can be biased, but the heart never will be. The heart will always be true to itself. With the Seven of Cups, it's almost like your heart is confused as well. Or at least you think it is. It's actually your mind that's controlling all of it. You're a very mercurial sign, Gemini. You rule the mind. You rule intellect and wisdom. Wisdom. I feel you want to prioritize logic right now. You're not being able to trust your intuition. You're not being able to trust your gut. It's almost like there's a haze around you, and it's like walking around with a blindfold on. I don't know what this is regarding. You would. The Hierophant. It's interesting how we have the Hierophant and the Page of Pentacles together. The Hierophant can talk about not only higher commitment, it can also talk about mastery. It can talk about initiation, apprenticeship, and then mastery. It talks about elevation, ascension. With the Three of Pentacles, it's possible that people around you may be stunting your growth. With Saturn, it's possible. I hate calling out people's families, but I can't ignore what's on the table. Sometimes families can follow tradition to the T. That is how you should conduct yourself. This is the career path you should follow. You cannot be an artist. You cannot be a musician. It's not practical, which stunts your growth emotionally. Because if we aren't emotionally fulfilled in what we are doing, we will never be able to sustain it. Oh, you know what I mean? And I also feel for some of you that for some of you it's possible that your friends are getting married, and that's almost putting you in your head that, well, it's time for me to. What do I do about it? Just because people around you are moving in a particular direction doesn't mean you need to be another sheep in the herd. You can follow your own truth, make your own rules. You know, Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles for me is a very poor me energy. Because you see, she is cold, she is alone. She can very well walk into this church, but she's not allowing herself to. Why? Pride, the mind. If you function from a place of the heart, it will never lead you astray. Your mind will cook up situations. Oh, if I ask for a helping hand, such and such is going to happen. Such and such will think I'm weak. Such and such will think I'm not good enough. Saturn can be a very, very difficult planet. The energy of Saturn is very hard to overcome, if at all. I feel that you are putting yourself out in the cold, Gemini. No one else is doing this to you. Some of you may be feeling like you're not good enough in a certain situation, even if it comes to love. But the Page of Pentacles doesn't stop there. This is not a dead end. The Page of Pentacles moves on to the Knight of Pentacles, it moves on to the Queen of Pentacles, it moves on to the King of Pentacles, and eventually it moves on to the Emperor. It is an initiation, yes. It's not a dead end. Let's see, let's get a couple of cards for your career. Oh, dropped a card. Oh, wow. I won't take these because that's too many. Hang on a minute. Oh, nice. Oh, very nice. Let's get one more. Beautiful energy. I love it. We have the Empress, we have the Justice card, and we have the Six of Wands. Success, balance, authenticity, and growth. I feel with the Six of Wands, the kind of attention that you have been wanting to receive may have put you in your head. Not attention, I should say recognition. If we focus on the idea of success, we can betray ourselves because we want to reach that apex as quickly as possible. We can betray how we would usually conduct ourselves. If we start looking at our work as a relationship and we start nurturing it from that place, is when it's going to grow. If you look at it just as business, oh, this is what I do, this is what pays the bills, it's going to stay just that. It's never going to bring you joy. You know what I mean? With the Justice card, this talks about balancing heart and head. There's a heart and a feather which represents the mind. Balancing heart and head and making sure you do not operate from any biases and making sure you don't look for any kind of shortcuts. Truth be told and the Justice card are very similar to me. They talk about being authentic and not wearing a mask. And I feel like once you successfully manage to remove that mask is when that growth can begin with the Empress. I just realized we have a square between Mercury and Saturn on the 24th. That can restrict how we express ourselves, how we communicate. It can talk about moving backward and not bringing about any kind of change in our communication style. So if any of you have been holding back your truth, don't let Saturn get in the way. That's what I'm getting here. The Star. I'm getting that some of you may be famous with the Star card and the Six of Wands. Some of you may be in the public eye and you may be a public figure, you may be a YouTuber, could be an actor, take it how it resonates. But again, don't forget who you are. Sometimes the limelight can change how we even look at ourselves, not just how other people see us. The Page of Wands. Again, 2 pages. There is a childlike, not immature, but childlike energy of wanting to explore, of wanting to expand your horizons. But there's a sense of someone or something holding you back. I almost saw the Ace of Wands, the Queen of Wands, beautiful. Follow your passions. Be creative. I feel that some of you may be curbing your creative side because you're trying so hard to be logical. You're not letting yourself roam free. You need to roam free in order to see more vistas and change your perspective on life. You're in a box, some of you. Last card here, the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups goes after what he or she desires from, you guessed it, a place of the heart, from feeling, from emotion, creating the life of your dreams based on what makes your heart happy. Logic and practicality and intellect and wisdom are great, but they are nothing without feeling and without emotion. All right, let's get to love. Oh, wow, that's very weird. We have the 10 of Pentacles, the 9 of Swords. We have 2 ridiculous cards, bookending 2 beautiful cards. The 10 of Cups, the 10 of Pentacles, the 9 of Swords and the 7 of Swords. Would you look at that? I have never got this in a reading before. That's insane. I feel that you are running away from commitment. You're running away from the idea of something stable. We had the Hierophant and we had the 5 of Pentacles. Some of you may have been in a position where you were abandoned or someone had one foot out the door and it put you in your head. There was no sense of stability. And I feel like that's changed how you look at love to an extent. The King of Swords. And the Five of Cups, yeah. There is heavy, heavy, heavy use of the mind here, Gemini. Heavy. So many swords. And it's making you sad. I dropped a card. I feel whatever you've been through in your relationships, don't let it make you, don't let it change how you see love. Don't let it take away the warmth in your soul. I feel like you're becoming very cold to the idea of relationships, because you feel that they always lead to pain and heartbreak. The energy of the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles together, may I add, is around you. It's there. It's wanting to knock at your door and come in and bring you that emotional fulfillment. But you're just cutting it out before you can even explore it, because you feel like history is going to repeat itself. The Nine of Cups. You may feel that being alone is the best thing for you right now, and I'm not gonna disregard that. Sometimes if someone has put us through a lot of pain and who hasn't been honest with us, who's probably betrayed us, the only person we feel we can depend upon is ourselves, and I think that's very healthy. But you may block out your blessings in the process. There could be somebody around you who wants to match your frequency. But with this Saturnian energy of structure, some of you may just tell yourselves that, well, marriage and relationships is just that. It's a structure that has to be built. Without any love, you just need concrete and you need bricks. Fine, it'll be strong, but will it be comfortable? Some of you may have had dynamics with your parents that made you realize that there is no place for love in relationships or marriage, and everything just has to be traditional. It's just there. Eight of Pentacles. Feel like you're drowning yourself in work because your heart's in pain. Four of Wands. If you feel that you're never going to be happy when it comes to love, think again. You've built a wall around your heart, Gemini, and you're not letting anyone get through it. If you're heartbroken, heal. Don't rush yourself, but don't think that this is a dead end. The Ten of Swords. It's not as bad as it looks. The Ten of Swords always resets to an Ace of Swords. And if any of you have been through this difficult, painful ending in a relationship, there will be a reset. It may look like there's no light at the end of the tunnel. I promise there is. You have 3 tens. They all reset to an Ace. The Knight of Pentacles. And just because it's taking time for things to balance out doesn't mean it's never going to happen. Saturn is a very slow moving planet. Everything it touches almost slows down. The energy reduces. Oh, the Fool and the Lovers. Take a risk. I'm not saying wear your heart on your sleeve and be vulnerable enough to be hurt again. But after you have let go of whatever this ending was, embrace a new leap of faith. With the Lovers card showing up, there is an energy around you that wants to come in. I don't know who this is, whether it's someone from the past or it is somebody brand new. But I feel like if you open your heart up a little bit, you will realize that this relationship that wants to come in will be authentic. It will be true. We have the Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck, which talks about a union. a beautiful union wanting to come into being. Let it happen. Open yourself up a little, Gemini. Alright, that was your reading. I hope it helped you guys. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.